Huh. Well, this is my first attempt with this setup. Oh, I hear an echo already. It's it's all new, and I don't know. This is call this a pop-up midnight Blaincast test here. I wonder what it sounds like in the headphones. I uh, I did my regular Sunday Blaincast, and everything that could possibly go wrong went wrong. And I had a little mixer like I'm using right now, and I had an extra video camera that I thought would be better than the one that's right here in the computer. And I was ready at 5 to 2. And then when I went to get it all going, the camera wasn't working. It was a conflict with the mixer. I think they both because there's a mic in the camera, and the mixer is using an audio input. Anyway, these programs have gotten very plug and play, but I kind of managed to find one way to block it up, and I couldn't just accept defeat right away. So I spent the next like 20 minutes just trying to get it going until I finally gave up. And at that point, I fired up the iPad and I checked with, I plugged in the little headphones that come with it, and I checked to see if it was working and took them off, put them down. They were just on the floor, and proceeded to do my show, only to realize that the only mic that was working was the little mic that comes in those Apple headphones. So the whole Blaincast on Sunday came through the most pathetic sound you could imagine. And now we're all striving for the best sound on these streaming events. And just saw two examples tonight, both friends, Sue Foley and Johnny Virgin, Rockin' Johnny, who's been in town. I played bass for him one time, and what a great guy. And Sue Foley is super. And as a guitar player, this was a master class of Sue Foley playing Texas blues styles. And they would talk a bit about one guy like Lynn Hopkins or somebody else. Hey, they never mentioned Gatemouth Brown. Where was Gatemouth? Anyway, I'm going to have to send her a comment. But meanwhile, here we are on YouTube, maybe. And I see it's kind of looking like it went into a browser. So this is, like I said, a test. I'm going to test the vocal, and I want to test the guitar. And I thought we'd be able to do Facebook and YouTube at the same time. Wishful thinking. You know, I got a second camera. That is how I could approach that, you know. So is everything reading a little bit? I don't get any flashing lights here. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Oh, well, that's as much guitar as we get, I guess. And this was not to be a musical event anyway, but part of the screw up, there was so many screw ups on Sunday. If you were one of the 28 people that was there, you know, apologies. But it's going to get better. Now there's a real echo of me somewhere in the house. And that's on this guy. Shut up. Where's your shut up button? Hello, hello. Are you still there? Come on. Hello. I see. I was pushing on the wrong button. Or maybe it's got a mind of its own. So, as I was saying, so many musical friends are trying to get the best production out of these streaming through a tiny little pipe, and you're trying to get used to big, nice audio coming through good speakers and stuff. And now, in fact, most people aren't even listening through good speakers, but even the small speakers are pretty good nowadays. So, and the Toronto Blues Society, if I might give them a plug, if it's a backwards plug, but anyway, here it is. That's the old blues guy on porch. Cheers. And the Blues Society wants to help anyway. They can, even indicating a willingness to get some equipment together and create some events and create some work for local blues musicians. So kudos to that. And we want to just kind of find out who's got the best solution. Sue Foley had a great production there. And also, you know, there's other aspects to that too. Like she had a backdrop, big Texas flag. She had, well, he's got a B3 organ, her guy. And so it was very impressive. And the sound, the audio was just fine. And I was playing along the whole time. And then they did a phone interview with Jimmy Vaughn. And he said he had been just watching and playing along. So I guess by some degrees of separation, I was jamming Jimmy. And the nicest thing I heard, you know, I was starting out, it was pretty early days because I was playing at Chicago's and I was playing with Susie Gunnick down on Queen Street. And Susie was complimenting my guitar playing and said, you know, you're more like Jimmy than Stevie. But that's the nicest thing you could say to me. So this is the solution with a mic for the vocal, the guitar going direct, although I've got it going through some processing. A little bit of reverb. And this is just a tiny mixer with a USB output going into the computer. As far as cameras go, there are multi-camera programs and hardware switchers. I don't think we're going to go to that extent, but this is what happens when you try to do it with Zoom. You just have your three devices up in Zoom. Oops, hey, what happened? How come I just disappeared from one of those? Oh, it's the battery. The battery on one of these. Let me, come on. You don't die on me. Why am I not finding? Maybe it'll wake up, maybe it won't. Back to guitar land. Why I wanted a camera on my guitar, I'll never be able to say. just seeing how this might go. I'm hearing voices. This will be fun to watch. Try not to make it too long, but here's the thing. I had promised that part of my Blaincast on Sunday was going to include a song I had started to write the night before. And I want to have a little process with everybody, those of you that have been following this. And so, some might have noticed that I never did that. I kind of cut things short, and that's because it coming through that tiny little speaker, a microphone of the iPhone earphones. So I wanted to share now, and I can literally share. This is how much I had written on Sunday, one verse, and I had some chords in mind. And now, those of you that care to bear with me, I'm going to just keep on writing this song. But since Sunday, I've written a second verse. It's on there too. But it started out, this was going to be called the Press Secretary Blues. I don't know if any of you noticed that our guy, not our guy, the other guy's guy, down south has a new press secretary. I saw her on TV. And I had this lick as I started to explain just like that. Not with that note. Come on. She's a press secretary, presidential liaison. She can answer all your questions and she knows what's going on. She's got the ear of the leader at his side the whole day long. She promised she would never tell a lie. She smiled and looked us in the eye. But she's got her marching orders and she's loyal to a fault. So it was going to be all about the press secretary, except now for a second verse, I needed to generalize, and I kind of, I remember my buddy Paul Reddick, we were going to write something together, and actually I had already written this tune, and it was about the Irish Troubles, and it was a pretty sad song about, a little girl whose bus is blown up, and living under the terror of the Irish Troubles. And Paul was the one that said, well, you should kind of make that more universal and open it up a bit, and because this is happening all over the world. There's some kind of, he had a world view about it. And I did, and he gave me some more lines, so it became it's still mostly in my mind about the Irish Troubles. But so we had that tune, and what was I getting at about that? So now I wanted to get generalized about this, and so I didn't want to write any more about the press secretary. I could have. She's looks like quite an interesting person. But here's the verse I wrote. You can see it up there on the screen, maybe. I'm not sure if it's what's what now. But if I go to my, I'm not even sure which one I am here. Am I pointing at you or pointing at you? Sheesh. So you heard a little bit of it. Now I'm going to just jam on it a bit. And maybe I'll pin this one. No, but it's not coming up. Stop the share. That's what I needed to do. Oh, except I wanted you to see other verse. Never mind, back to the share. Not that anybody else is going to want to be doing this, but second verse, or actually, it became the first verse. He's got a fine first family. Everybody toes the line. They only speak with his permission. Everything is always fine. Mean, misogynistic, but his fans love him anyway. They can't be shocked by any scandals and lies, because they're all acclimatized, and they got their marching orders, and they're loyal to a fault. Well, I'm open to anybody that's got an idea for a third verse. This is the third verse idea that I started is about the guy that is about to part general. He's got a 3-star general. What did I write about that? Partially disgraced that. I don't like that. But he's got a a 3-star general. They said, they hung him up to dry. And when they caught him in a lie, and then they hung him up to dry. But he's got his marching orders, and he's loyal to a fault. He got a 3-star general. One day he's yours. One day he's taken right. One day they caught him in a lie, then they hung him out to dry with his marching orders. With his marching orders. Still he's loyal to a fault. So yeah, I gotta have to work on that a little bit, and maybe by next Sunday I'll have something else. I'm gonna see what happens with that. I'm gonna say good night. Good night. I wonder if it all quits at once or live on YouTube, but I sure wish I could have gone on Facebook. Stop the live stream. View the stream on YouTube. That's how it looks on YouTube, eh? Whoa. And it says, what is watching now? So what happens when I quit here? See you Sunday, 2 p.m. If you happened upon this on YouTube, I think I'm going to figure out a way to get it on YouTube this time. Apparently the sound is better on YouTube too.